Welcome to the Community Economic Mobilization Initiative Request for Proposals webinar. My name is Kendra Lewis, and I am the Managing Director for the CEMI initiative. The Sierra Health Foundation, the Center for Health Program Management, was founded by the Sierra Health Foundation in 2012 as an independent 501c3 nonprofit organization. The center establishes investment partnerships with public and private funders, community members, community organizations, national, state, and local government agencies, nonprofits, and businesses to advance health and racial equity. The Community Economic Mobilization Initiative, better known as CEMI, is funded by a collaborative of funding partners: Blue Shield of California Foundation, Chan Zuckerberg Foundation, the California Endowment, the California Wellness Foundation, the James Irvine Foundation, and the Sierra Health Foundation. CEMI is managed by the Center for Health Program Management at the Foundation. We will begin this to review the request for proposals and go through each step. The funding opportunity before you was launched to assist nonprofits in building their knowledge and capacity so they are poised to participate in economic development opportunities. CEMI is an innovative effort to advance equity, inclusion, and the goals of federal and state climate resilient economic development initiatives. That's a mouthful. CEMI is rooted in principles of inclusive economic development, and this funding opportunity will focus on the core components of technical assistance and training and mobilizing community and building power. The goals of CEMI include to provide grant funding for community-based organizations to leverage public funding opportunities, strengthen the capacity of nonprofits to address disproportionate and historic economic and employment disparities in under-resourced, Black, Indigenous, Latino, Hispanic, and Asian communities. The goals also establish new policy frameworks and practice models that increase and sustain nonprofit engagement in recovery planning and implementation efforts, and to ensure underserved communities benefit from recovery investments. The goals also are to organize across funder and interest area portfolios to link and leverage the impact of individual and collective investments made by public and private partners. The goals also include assessing changes as a result of enhanced community engagement, influence within and across selected economic and climate resilient regions. The scope of work for this initiative funded organizations will participate in technical assistance resource center training, utilize grant funds to engage in local and statewide economic development discussions, planning sessions, and respond to public funding opportunities, engage in statewide mobilization conversations and activities to build sustainable practices across California and assigned regions. This is a statewide initiative. The additional scope of work includes to attend and participate in learning and evaluation activities throughout the grant period, complete surveys as requested, including a final survey, advise the center about technical assistant needs and other opportunities for organizational capacity building, submit final narrative and financial reports 30 days following the conclusion of the grant. To be eligible to apply for this grant, with the goals of creating and advancing inclusive economies, partners will be selected based on the applicant's demonstrated need to increase organizational capacity, internal systems and infrastructures that will poise the organization to participate in applying for state and federal funds. This funding opportunity is open to all organizations that meet the eligibility criteria and the following requirements. Organizations must be located in the state of California. Organizations must be licensed and registered to do business in the state of California. Organizations must be a public entity or a 501c3 entity. If an organization is a nonprofit but does not have a 501c3 status, they may use a qualifying fiscal sponsor. The center will select applicants who present the most complete and responsive applications, demonstrating a mix of expertise, capacity, and potential. Applications will be reviewed on how well proposed activities match the intent of the funding opportunity, anticipated success, and strength of the project team and proposal. The most competitive applications will have demonstrated a history or track record of working in and with communities that have been historically underserved. Provide a detailed description of how the work will be performed, including a timeline and populations that will be reached. Show a history of working with communities with multiple ethnicities, languages, and geographic locations. And explain its history or desired in future inclusive economic or climate resilient recovery planning and development work. The timeline for this application is pretty quick. Application was released on Thursday, December 15th and is currently on the center's website. The live funding opportunity webinar will be Wednesday, January 4th at 2 p.m. Will you have the opportunity to ask questions and meet some of the center and CEMI staff. The application deadline is Friday, January 20th by 5 p.m. Applications will not be accepted after 5 p.m. or the date. Grant announcements are planned for early February 2023, and the plan of grants being issued is mid-March 2023. Selected organizations will be awarded $150,000 to $250,000 from February of 2023 to January 31st of 2025. These are 2-year grants. The application process is based on applying through a portal online. Now I'll walk you through using the Center's grant site where applicants fill out and submit the application. We'll go over the contents of the application and I will also cover the application's attachment. First, you will list your organizational name, status, and annual budget, project name and brief purpose, requested amount, geography. Again, this is a statewide application. Your priority communities, application contact information, your director or CEO contact, your finance contact information. You will next, in the narrative section, describe your organization, your project's activities, the inclusive economic development, your needs for technical assistance, your current and future partners, your track record with proposed focused population, the staff that will be leading this project, and the equity implementation section. There are 4 required application attachments. The budget worksheet, which is to be completed which is included and should be completed in the application link. No other template will be accepted. A completed W-9, the copy of your current IRS determination letter or your fiscal agent's tax-exempt 501c3 status, and your most recent statement of financial activity, which shows revenue and expenses for a full year, not your Form 990s. Here's some tips for writing the application. Read and follow application guidelines and instructions. Verify your organization is eligible. Answer questions clearly and provide enough detail about the proposed activities so the reviewers can fully understand your plan. Clearly explain your proposed project and what change will result from receiving funding. Check for consistency in the project description, budget narrative, and budget line items. Have someone who's not involved in the project read your draft application and tell you what they think you're applying for. Review the attachment checklist to ensure you have all the required documents. If you have questions, you may email them to the CEMI funding opportunity, CEMI, CEMI at shfcenter.org. The subject line should be the following: CEMI funding opportunity question. Thank you for taking time to review this pre-recorded application information initiative, and thank you for considering this application. We are very excited about the opportunities that are coming into California and how many of you will be able to change and transform your communities. We look forward to seeing you at the live proposers webinar on January 4th. Thank you.